In Iceland, I would spend a lot of time outside in nature, typically in the summer, and the sun doesn't really go down in Iceland. So there was these bright nights, and as a child you of course would sleep less, and stay out long and behave a little less organized. And Denmark, I went to school, things were more organized, my mother was more precise, my father was an artist as well. So I had these two worlds, one more, should I say, one more bureaucratic or pragmatic, and the other one more dreamy. I was always interested in natural phenomena, not the phenomena in it as of itself, but more the relationship with it. The rainbow is somehow ephemeral, just like mist, water, temperature. This ephemeral qualities, always shifting, leaves a lot of attention on your experience. It's almost like a rainbow draws attention to how you see it and your experience of it, because it's not really there. I mean, you cannot take it. And this notion of almost like dematerializing the objecthood that one has in art, like taking away the sculptural quality, and there's only some kind of the temperature, the quality of the air, the pollution. See, now that I was very interested in as a way of suggesting that the way we see things is maybe as important as the thing that we see itself. And I often try to argue that the seeing is maybe the artwork. This notion of processive transformations, moving, time, nothing stands still. Everything's in flux. That was always at the core of my work. At a first glance, the sculptures hanging at the Mori in the lobby area, they might seem to be so solid, like objects and so on. They are, though, in a transitional space. The sculptures are hanging, so they are not on pedestals. They seem to, so they don't look really heavy. And they are, I have a small piece of one here. They're kind of a little bit shiny. Some of them are matte, so they reflect the light, so they somehow collaborate with the ephemeral illumination of the light. And of course, the most interesting thing, I think, for me is, should you look into what it is, you realize, oh, this is metal taken out or recycled from what we normally would breathe. This is, largely speaking, 85% is zinc. And this zinc, these metal molecules, they've been taken out of chimneys where the smog goes into the air, and these are heavy metals or metals that would normally be in there, and we would breathe them. So it is a respiratory, it's a breath-related thing, you could say. We live in times where sharing things are becoming increasingly valuable. And there are spaces, for instance, that we by definition share. That's public spaces. And what defines them is the values we bring to them. So how we behave, how do we translate our values as a person into our actions? But how do we give public spaces back what we have received from them, being the co-owner? The point is to sit together and have a quality conversation where we dare and have the courage to look each other into the eyes and listen to each other, and potentially also learn and understand, even though we are different, we are gonna have to work together to make this work. So as an artist, I see my potential in a humble way to be a part of this, and to be a part of this somehow, opportunity. And there's a lot of positivity in that.